Hello and welcome live on CROW LAX TV. My name is Aiden Bolsgard and we're getting set for today's RMLL Junior B Tier 1 action between the home side Fort Saskatchewan Rebels and the visiting Calgary Chill. It's the Rebels who open up with possession to start off this contest. Brought it down to the Chill zone but quickly turned over back the other way. 19:30 to go. Your starting goaltenders today in this contest for the Rebels. Double zeros, Bowen Carpenter. On the other side, it's a 0-0 matchup as Easton Martin donning that on his back between the pipes for the Chill as well. Play blown dead and resumed here. The Rebels in the offensive zone and a missed pass that time. Unable to gather that one in. Ball back down to the Rebel zone. Over and back violation charged against them. It's going to be Chill ball. Sardison, he's got it. Throws that one across, up high. Chill go back to work here. This ball comes loose down into the corner. Still loose on the ground now as it's going to be the Rebels who are able to pick that one up first. And back the other way quickly coming Reese Walsh. Walsh feeds that one into the center. Finds Hudson Scrimshaw. Scrimshaw leaves that one there swiftly that time for Ryland Connors. Connors, he's got it up high along the left side now. Looking to bob down low. Spins away from his man. Gets a lane. Steps into the center. Lets it go. And that one stopped up nicely that time by Easton Martin. And it looks like the first power play of the game going to be awarded to Fort Saskatchewan. Headed to the box for the Chill. It's Brett Holt. 5-on-4, 18:49 to go in the first. A great opportunity to kick off this period for the home side. With it up at the top, Connors. He'll walk that one down, feed it over to the left side now. With it, Jolivet. Jolivet gets the return feed now, looking for an option, goes over to the right side of the floor. Whipping shot, low to high that time from Calix Simonson. Unable to find its way past Martin. So Rebels continue now. This one back up high once again. Back over to Pook. Pook going to fake that shot, go back to the point. Another one over to the left shooter. Quick shot that time, and another stop once again by Martin. Back the other way come the Chill. Down in the corner now. Pass back up high. Chill looking to go to work now. Loose ball down in the Rebels zone. Still loose here, and it's going to be the Chill who are able to come up with it that time. Shukat pinned up along the boards by 3 Rebels right now, and the ball able to come loose. Bowen Carpenter going to pick that up in his stick and feed that one up along the left side. David Bajema trots his way across half now. Bajema going to leave that one there. Picked up nicely that time by Ryland Connors. Connors going to throw that to the right side for Pook. Pook looking for an option, goes in behind the net now. Simonson to the point now. Shot from the outside. That one's going to catch a piece of a defenseman. Back cross half. They're actually saying not off the Chill at all. So over and back violation charged against the Rebels. So we'll start back up at the point here once again. Sardison fed that one to the point. Bateman with it now, went back to Sardison. Sardison looking for an option, feeds that one into the center that time, and just breaking up that play was Hudson Scrimshaw, and back the other way come the Rebels now. In across half. Jack Nickel feeds that one to Ethan Jolivet coming off the bench. Jolivet takes a hit as the power play for the Rebels expires, and coming flying out of the box that time was Brett Holt. Back to the point now, and the attempted shot from Simonson knocked out of his stick, and back the other way come the Chill once again. In across half, 16.5 to go now in the first period as this ball fed back up high. Picked up by Cash Bannister. Ball continuing to be moved around here by the Chill. Forced to the outside that time, and a missed pass into the center causes the turnover, and the Rebels going to be headed back the other way, trying to go with some speed as Matthew Vetch feeds that one dead into the center there, and Pook not going to be able to get to that one in time. Baxter Graff picks that off in his own zone and heads back into Rebels territory. With it now, Orion Sardison goes down to the left corner. Chill going to work once again. Not a lot of high-quality chances on net so far, and that's actually going to be the first shot on net now for Calgary. First test for Carpenter, turns that one away, and it's Defense time here from Davin Bajma, who gets dropped down to the floor, and they're going to say a moving pick. Charged against the Chill. And back the other way come the Rebels. The dismay of the Chill fans this time. The referees already booting one man out of the stands. No messing around today. 15:35 to go in the first. Calgary already without one fan in the stands. Good start here. Rebels with the ball. 15.5 to go in the period with, once again, Simonson at the right shooter position. Bob's in low and a quick shot there, and it ends up just wide of the net. They're saying out of play, so that's going to be Calgary ball. Baxter Graff loses his handle. Brett Kohut there to back him up zone, gets back across half. Kohut tried to go down to the half boards there, but a misplay. Rebels trying to recover now, and they do in their own zone. Riley Longmire. He had it, threw it into the middle that time swiftly. Now getting some pressure is Ashton Johnson as he's trying to spin off. Johnston does find a target there in Rylan Connors. Connors over to the left side now. Moving it around is the Rebels. Simonson down to Pook. Pook looking for an option. He's up high. Rips it from the outside, and it's over top of the net. Loose down in front. Picked up once again, and it's going to be the crease violation. Charged against the Rebels. Back the other way come the Chill. Another miss pass. That ends up right in the stick of Carpenter, and he'll just lightly shovel that one out to his defense. And Matthew Vetch now going to trot this one across half for the Rebels. Vetch leaves that for Cale Owen. Owen to the left side now. East-west pass, and Pook did gather that in, but it's a penalty upcoming to Fort Saskatchewan. Teej Brown going to be headed to the box. 2 minutes for the interference call. 14:25 to go in the period. Power play opportunities now evened up. Rebels unsuccessful on their first. See if the Chill can convert on their first of the game. Starting with the ball up top is going to be Cash Bannister. And just so you folks know at home, when the music comes on, as it just did, we're going to have to mute the stream, so you won't hear from me or anything. We've had some problems with some copyright strikes on YouTube so far. It's a big shot there, wired off the crossbar, turns it back over to the Rebels. Best opportunity of the game so far. Did beat Carpenter, but nothing more than that as the crossbar gets in the way. Rebels going to work now. Cycling this one around shorthanded to Simonson with the shot clock winding down. We'll just rainbow that one down in the corner. Rebound comes out promptly there, and a great opportunity. Turned away that time for Reese Walsh as he'll head back to the box as the Chill go back on offense with 1:12 to work with on this power play now. Cash Bannister, he's got it up at the point. Bannister slowing things down and scanning the floor. Bannister to the right shooter position. Fed back up. Good ball movement here by the Chill. Only 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball comes across to the left shooter position there, and a great opportunity turned away by Carpenter. Another chance. They score, and that's going to be waved off. They're saying crease violation against the Chill. Back the other way come the Rebels now. Good feed into the middle. Dylan Pook steps in. He scores. Short-handed. The Rebels pot one with 41 seconds to go on the Chill man advantage, and just like that, one goal called off at one end turns into an opportunity at the other. 1-0 the lead for the home side in this first period. And we're back just like that. Again, gonna have to start to get used to that. Dead air just when they start playing the music. But don't worry, that means we're not gonna miss any of the action at any point as Davin Bajma able to bring this one in across half. Helping him get some space was Ashton Johnson, who goes for a change now. Ball loose, recovered by the Rebels. Fed back across the floor now. Going to work with it. Fort Saskatchewan, a step in that time from Rylan Connors. Stopped up by Martin. Penalty coming to an end here for the Rebels. Tej Brown stepping out of the box as Matthew Vetch burns back the other way. He's got some room in the middle. Vetch steps in, lets it go, he scores! Matthew Vetch at the expiration of the penalty kill converts, and just like that, it's 2-0 Fort Saskatchewan in this first period. And we are back. 2-0 is the lead for Fort Saskatchewan after the captain, Matthew Vetch, converts on the breakaway just at the closure of their penalty kill. Make that a shorthanded goal and an even strength goal for the Rebels, who have a multi-goal lead, is this time getting checked from behind. That time Jackson Kohut. That one gets left there, and the Rebels still with possession now. Fed back up high. Ethan Jolivet, he's got it, goes down to the right side of the floor. Dylan Pook, the guy who opened up the scoring in this game, passes that one back up to the point for Rylan Connors, and the ball movement continues for the Rebels. Pook with it again from the outside, finds a way to the middle. Pook steps in, shot let go, and stopped nicely that time by Martin. Rebels recover the rebound. Fresh 30 on the clock. Fort Saskatchewan moving it around. Pook along the outside, makes a bob and a weave inside, lets it go, and that's going to be stopped once again by Martin. Chill headed back the other way, looking to get themselves on the board in this game. Is that pass going to be tipped out of the air? Rebound not able to be gathered in right away, but now the Rebels bring that one back across half. It's Knox Despins trying to get a hold on this one, and the Rebels have it. Calix Simonson in support. Gets the pass that time. Goes back up to the point now. Moving it around, it's Cale Owen. He sends that one low. Good ball movement from the Rebels as Tej Brown, after coming out of the penalty box, lets one go, and that's going to be stopped low once again by Martin as the Chill move that right down Broadway and going to be brought across half by Simon Forgren. Ball loose in the Rebels zone now. Battle for it. Unable to pick it up. Loose once again. It's Fort Saskatchewan with it. Reese Walsh has it in his stick now. Walsh carrying this ball himself up along the right side of the floor, gets across half, and will feed that one off and go for a change. Jackson Kohut with it in his stick now. Kohut looking for an option, goes down to the right wing half boards, finds Pook. Dylan Pook fires that across the floor and returns that back to Rylan Connors, who's getting challenged along the outside. Connors looking for an option, 10-20 to go in the period, 6 seconds on this shot clock. Pook from the outside, back up to the point, bobbing and weaving inside, quick shot, they score! Great passing play that time by the Rebels. Calix Simonson finishes it off in front, and that's a 3-0 lead for Fort Saskatchewan. .10-14 to go in the period. 3-0 your lead for the Rebels. Another break here for Simonson, who just scored the last one there, and that's going to be stopped by Martin. The Rebels putting on the pressure offensively to start off this game. We're just approaching the halfway mark of the opening period. 3 goals already on the board for the home side as the Chill go to work and try to create an answer here. Cash Bannister, he's got it. Feeds that to the opposite side of the floor. Back in the stick of Brett Kohut. Kohut bobbing and weaving around, looking for an option, goes to the point now. That pass is going to be off the glass, I should say. And the Rebels looking to move it out of their own zone once again, bursting up the floor with some speed. Rylan Walsh gets across half, a little scoop pass out as he gets dropped down to the ground, but finds its way safely into the stick of Rylan Connors. Connors at the left wing half boards, looking for an option, trying to help him create some space. It's not going to happen. Connors spins off, does find some space of his own, gets inside, and a crease violation called against him. And with that stoppage of play, it's going to be a goalie water. So that means we're going to head to another break here for just a minute on CROW LAX TV. And we are back on CROW LAX TV following the goalie water break midway through this first period. 3-0 remains the score in favor of the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels, but it's chill ball as we come out of this break. Shot from the outside there, and that one's going to get blocked. Rebound being chased down now. It's going to be the Rebels who come up with it. In across half, the Rebels trying to create an option here, and a quick shot on net. They score. Knox Despins using his power to beat out his man and gain some space. 5-hole. Past Martin. It's a 4-0 lead for Fort Saskatchewan. So Jolivet in at half, up against Acosta. It's going to be Jolivet who comes up with it, and it's Rebels ball now in the chill zone. Micah Thiessen goes back up to the point, found Simonson. Simonson finds Dylan Pook at the right wing half boards. Pook cycling up high, looking for an option now. Dylan Pook sends that across the floor, finds Connors. Connors steps in there and feeds it into the middle. Unable to convert the Rebels, but they pick up the rebound off of Martin and get the fresh 30 on the clock. Back up high. Connors, ball with it momentarily, sends it behind the back pass that time into Teach Brown. Brown to Pook, creating some havoc inside as Brown as Pook tries to find a seam in between it. Does get some space now, lets it go. Teach Brown gathers in the rebound, and that shot stopped by Martins as he'll gather the rebound in his stick. Chill looking to head back out the other way. They step across half. This ball fed into the middle now. Ethan Dumoulin. Dumoulin still with it, has it knocked out of his stick, and it's going to roll across half. Over and back violation against the Chill. Walsh going to be there to pick it up for the Rebels in the Calgary zone. Walsh feeds that one off, collected by Cale Owen. Owen to the left shooter, and now in the stick of Calix Simonson. Simonson trying to dunk that one in behind the crease and gets knocked down that time. Play blown back in on the violation against the Rebels, and it's going to be the Chill looking to move across half here once again. Dane O'Connell brought it across and now dishes that one off swiftly to Cash Bannister. Bannister looking for an option behind the back pass. Nice feed inside, they score! No goal! The second goal of the game waved off for the Chill. Goose Egg remains on the board. What a pretty passing play. Negated by the referee as Teach Brown with it in the offensive zone for the Rebels once again. Brown to Pook. Pook back up high, and that pass going to miss Jolivet. Unable to gather that in. It's going to be Chill ball at the top of the Rebels zone as Jolivet going to go off for a change and get the Rebels defense fully out there now. Going to work now. Dumoulin. He'll feed that one down to the left corner. Brett Kohut with it in his stick, being pressured heavily along the outside. Kohut. All over him right now is Knox Despins. Despins' last goal scorer in this game for the Rebels. Is this ball still loose? Able to chuck it back in behind with that time where the Chill, but now Matthew Vetch looking to go for a run. He's got some time and space. Vetch going to be met, has a shot, lets it go, and stopped up by Martin. Just like that, Vetch converted on his first, but now 1 for 2 on his likely breakaway runs that he does seem to get every time I watch him play. Chill back in the offensive zone now, looking to move this ball around swiftly. Ball thrown across. Jacob Shukat tried to go to the right side, but the rebound still loose right now in the Rebels zone. Saying loose ball push against Fort Saskatchewan, so picked up now by Calgary. We have a delay of game penalty upcoming here. I believe this one charged to Fort Saskatchewan. And it's going to be Micah Thiessen going this time. Tristan Shaw. Now we're back. Sorry, again, had to mute for a second there for the music. Nonetheless, it's another Chill power play. 0 for 1 so far in this game and surrendered a shorthanded goal in the process. See if they can make something better of this one this time. Ethan Dumoulin feeds that one into the center. Rebound comes out, and that one almost found its way. Not that time, as Carpenter makes a couple stops, and it's going to be the Rebels back out the other way. Reese Walsh trying to go for a run. Trying to beat out the first man, can't do it. Will stop up and now look for some space. Walsh goes back up to the top. Cale Owen with it now with lots of time and space. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Owen up high to Connors. Connors back to Owen. Into the middle now, and that pass doesn't connect. Loose ball push against the Chill, and that's going to be returned to the Rebels with a fresh 30. Ample time being killed off this power play right now for the Chill as Dylan Pook has it up high by the Chill bench. Pook getting pressured along the outside. Fakes a couple moves. His pass gets away, but now into the middle, a quick shot, they score! And just like that, a bit of a weird pass from Pook, but finds its way somehow to Rylan Connors. 5-0, now your lead for the Rebels. Now back at center once again. The Rebels continuing to extend this lead, but a rush back the other way possibly here for the Chill. DaCosta, he had it. Had to throw that back up high and went for the change. 5-0 the lead. 2 shorthanded goals in this first period. That last one buried that time by Rylan Connors. The assist to Dylan Pook, who also has himself a goal in this game. Rebels offense connecting everywhere right now. Their defense also doing an outstanding job of only allowed 5 Chill shots on net despite 2 power play opportunities. Is that ball going to get knocked out? Resumed here to the Rebels. A rush inside. Bajma steps in, lets it go, and it's wide. What a play that would have been from Bajma. Just unable to convert that time, but it's going to be turned over to the Chill. 4:42 to go in this exciting opening frame where Calgary tries to get the goose egg off the board. Ending of another power play. 0 for 2 now are the Chill as Walsh tries to pitch that one out. A bit of a misplay there, turns it back over to Calgary. They go back to work in the Rebels zone now. Bateman up high, getting pressured here, going to pass that one off to Sardison. Sardison steps inside. Vetch all over him right now. Matthew Vetch trying to stay on Sardison. This one fed back out high. A low shot there, and Bowen Carpenter makes the stop. Carpenter feeds that to the left side for Walsh. Walsh going to laterally move that one ahead, and the Rebels back into the offensive zone. Teach Brown caught looking at the net before receiving the ball that time. No less gets the rebound gathered in, and the Rebels continue to go to work. 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. With it up high, it's Jolivet. Jolivet feeds that to the outside now, spinning off his man here. Another shot there, stopped up. Rebound comes out. Connors trying to gather it in. Brown in there to help him out as well. Loose ball being battled for. It's going to be Calgary who comes up with it. That ball fed ahead now. Luke Kenny steps across half, waiting for his offense to get onto the floor, and finally does find Brody DaCosta. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. DaCosta's pass knocked out of the air, turned over to the Rebels, and going for a run once again. Here comes Fort Saskatchewan. Riley Longmire, he's going to pull back, and will feed that one back up high for Cale Owen. Owen looking for an option, now at about the left wing half board, still waiting for the rest of his offense to get on the floor. Owen looking across now, finds Dylan Pook on the other side. Pook will shuttle his way towards the point. Tried to pass that one off to Simonson. Didn't quite connect, but Simonson gathers in the rebound. Ball comes loose once again. Teach Brown unable to recover it. Over and back violation, or sorry, shot clock violation against the Rebels. It's Chill ball down in the Rebels zone. Brett Kohut cycles up high, feeds that one across. Loose ball comes out. It's going to be Vetch who picks that one up for the Rebels. Matthew Vetch feeds that one right down Broadway, finds Walsh, who spins off his man. Walsh trying to get inside, gets low, lets it go, and stopped up by Martin. And a great job by the Rebels on the forecheck there. Still loose right now, and it's Calgary who's able to recover and will scoop that ball down the floor just to get the pressure off. Picked back up by Fort Saskatchewan. Bajma with it in his stick. He'll trot it back across half. Bajma finds Connors. Connors scanning the floor, looking for an option. Late man off the bench is going to be Jolivet. Ball over to Pook. Pook to the outside. A big shot there, and that one going to be stopped once again by Martin. Chill trail by 5. 2 minutes to go in the first period. Pook, he's got it. Dylan Pook steps in, lets it go short side, and that's stopped up by Martin. Pook gathers in the rebound. Another fresh 30 here for the Rebels. Connors trying to find a lane now. He's got himself a goal in this game. Ball comes loose, stolen away by Calgary. Let's see if they can go for a run here. Forgren being challenged. Trying to step around his man on the wrong side of the floor, though. Back up high. Chill establish a possession here. Ethan Dumoulin spinning off his man. Rebels pressuring way out high on the Chill right now, and it's working, but that shot does get on to the net. Bone Carpenter able to make the stop as the Rebels trying to head out in a great swift play that time from Badgema. Plays that one ahead, and moving into the zone now, Micah Thiessen. Thiessen feeds that back up high, finds Calix Simonson. Simonson still with the ball in his stick, trying to pull off the hidden ball trick that time. Approaching a minute to go in the first period. Fed across for Pook. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Pook with it. Not a lot of passing options. That one going to be unable to connect with Connors as he'll just whistle that one in onto the goaltender, and that's going to be turned over to the Chill. 48 seconds on the clock. The Rebels would like to turn this ball back over to themselves with about 30 seconds on the clock. See if they can do it here. 18 seconds on the shot clock here for the Chill as they're moving this ball around well. Fed back out high now. Bateman steps inside, lets it go, and it ends up wide. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock now. This one stays in play. Just fed down to the corner. Expect the timeout here now by the Rebels. Should be the case. They're going to let this ball come out high, though, and step across half. No timeout going to be called by Fort Saskatchewan here. 15 seconds to go on the clock. They're going to remain 5-on-5 for the remainder of this period. They look to move it around. Can Fort Saskatchewan get something late? Stepping in here. Quick shot that time by Connors, and that's the back-in violation by Calgary. Could pick that one off pretty quick. Tristan Shaw didn't notice, but I did. I got that one dialed in. As Pook has it up at the point, 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Pook gets a return feed, steps in, a low shot that time, and it ends up wide. Not a lot of room to shoot that time for Dylan Pook, but a great opening 20 minutes for the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. They lead the visiting Calgary Chill on this fine Sunday afternoon, 5-0, as well out shooting them 21-8. My name's Aiden Bolsgard, and as always, we appreciate you tuning in live on CROW LAX TV. Hello and welcome back live on CROW LAX TV. My name's Aiden Bullsgard, and we're getting set for the middle frame between the home side Junior B Tier 1 Fort Saskatchewan Rebels and the visiting Calgary Chill. It's the Rebels who absolutely dominated that opening frame, coming out of it leading 5-0 on the scoreboard, 21-8 on the shot board. As it's Pook with it now, Rebels moving broadcast right to left in this period. So they maintain possession here. 5 seconds to go. Pook lets that one go high and wide off the referee. And that's going to be the shot clock expiration. Turnover to the Chill. They'll move this one in across half. Baxter Graff, he's got it now. Graff looking for an option, able to hit his man and Grayson Bateman. Bateman runs over to his proper side of the floor at that left shooter position, approaching the left wing half boards. Bob's down low, feeds that one back up high. Moving pick charged against the Chill. And now we have a penalty upcoming. Headed to the box, it looks like it's going to be Jacob Shukat. 19:08 remaining in the middle frame. The Rebels going to be on the power play, looking to extend this lead once again. 2 minutes to work with. Rebels a couple short-handed goals in this game, but 0 for 1 on the power play so far. Let's see what they can make happen this time around. Rylan Connors with the ball. Pitches that one down to Simonson, who goes down to the corner, gets the return feed from Pook. Back up for Connors. Cross for Jolivet. Connors. Simonson with it now. Up at the point. Back down to Pook, who tried to let that one go quick. Just couldn't quite get the handle on it. It's the Chill goaltender, Martin, who gathers that one in and feeds that ahead. And now trying to go for a run here is Calgary. Is Bowen Carpenter able to make the stop off his right shoulder. Back the other way come the Rebels. Knox Despins. He's got a goal in this game. We'll feed that one back out high for Pook. Pook off to Connors now at the point. Connors, fake pass, finds Simonson. Connors, Jolivet. Connors, Simonson. Pressure here. Simonson steps around, has a lane, gets inside, lets it go there, and that's, they're saying, not stopped up. So a turnover to the Chill. That's the first minute of the power play gone for the Rebels. Is Calgary looking to move across half, and they do now. Matthew Vetch out pressuring hard here on Baxter Graff, who will feed that one off now and finds his man in Grayson Bateman. Bateman looking for an option, pressured by 2 Rebels now, and he's able to get away with the ball, and now lightly feeds that one off to Ethan Dumoulin. Dumoulin, he's looking for an option now, goes up high, 8 seconds on the shot clock. A good kill here by the Chill so far. Was that one out of play? Rebels headed back the other way. Despins to Pook. So Rebels offense back on the floor. Still 26 seconds to work with on this power play, but 20 seconds on the shot clock. Jolivet down to the left corner, gets a return feed now. Jolivet, cross for Simonson. Fake shot there, back up high. Connors will now let it go. And they're saying that one was stopped, and it's going to find its way out of play, and that's going to remain Rebels ball. Connors. Simonson. Lets that go low, and it's going to be blocked away. Takes a weird bounce there. That ball had some spin on it as Pook lays his man into the boards, but it's still the Chill who come away with it. Back 5-on-5 now. A successful penalty kill from them. Score remains 5-0 for the Rebels. Chill cycle this one back up high. Shukat feeds that one off for Bateman. Bateman hits his man and Brett Kohut, who will cycle up towards the point now. Kohut down to the right wing half board, cycling inside. Sardison finds a man, comes in, and that's going to be stopped by Carpenter. Rebound comes out, another one, he stops it. Oh my, Bowen Carpenter. That is going to be a timestamp for sure on the YouTube. I'm counting, we got a great angle, and now the Rebels headed back the other way. A breakaway chance and stopped by Martin. Oh my. Can we just take a second to appreciate Bowen Carpenter, how he did it? I don't think he knew where the ball was, but timed it perfectly. Turned around looking at his own net and somehow finds a way to get a piece of it as that one fired over the top of the net now. Approaching 16 minutes to go in the second. Stepping inside now, another opportunity. Carpenter gets in the way. Rebound recovered by the Chill. Another chance, they score. Finally. The Chill able to break the goose egg on the board. A high pressure sequence from them converts in some offense. And with 15:57 to go in the period. 5-1 now your score. Chill trail by 4. Despins will step in to take this draw against Brody DaCosta. We're set to go here once again. Rebels come out with it. Shot towards the net. That one's going to end up wide out of the stick of Despins. Rebound recovered by the Chill. Moved up along the left side of the floor now. They're moving broadcast left to right in this period as Brett Kohut steps in, finds an option up at the point now. Chill continuing to move this one around. Cash Bannister looking for a passing option, finds Kohut, who lets that one rip, and it stopped up by Carpenter. Ball fed ahead now. The Rebels looking to go for a run. Slowing up that time is Jack Nickel. Still with it in his stick now. Will pitch that one off to the left side. Brought in now by the Rebels. Into the middle. Step in. Another shot there, stopped by Martin. Remains 1-0 for the Chill in this second period, but the official score still 5-1 for the Rebels. Looking better so far as Calgary in this middle frame as Vetch steps up on his man. Got beat out, so has to rush his way back into the zone now. Hudson Scrimshaw pressuring outside now. This ball comes back up high, gathered in swiftly that time by Brett Holt, who feeds that off. Ball comes out loose. Great defense that time from Vetch. Gets free of his man, recovered by the Chill. Stepping in now. Quick opportunity towards the net, and Carpenter makes the save. The Rebels gather in the rebound. 14.5 in the period. The Rebels back in the offensive zone. Simonson off the bench, has some space, lets it go, and that shot going to be stopped. Rebound comes back out. Chill going to get this one across half. Met by multiple Rebels and knocked down to the ground. For Saskatchewan trying to get this ball back. Over and back violation against the Chill. So automatically turned back over to Fort Saskatchewan. Micah Thiessen with it. Feeds that one down to Simonson. Simonson east-west that time for Cale Owen. Owen looking for an option. Goes back to Simonson. He's still along the outside. Dylan Pook trying to wreak some havoc on the defenders. Ball comes out loose on a miss pass. Jolivet gathers that one in. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock now. The Rebels to Simonson. Simonson into the center now for Owen, and that one not going to be able to hit the pocket, so the Chill recover and head back out the other way. They get across half now. Grayson Bateman trying to beat his man that time in Jack Nickel. Unable to do so. Bateman forced to throw that pass away now, and that one's gathered in by Dumoulin. Dumoulin back into the center. Quick shot, and Carpenter makes the save. 13.5 to go in the second period. This ball fed out to the middle. With it now, Ashton Johnson. He gets across half, goes into the center. Tried to find Teej Brown. He just couldn't quite gather that one in. Teej Brown now looking for an option. Brown spins off his man, gets back to the inside, feeds that one out high, and Johnston couldn't gather it in. Brown trying to get his own rebound, but it's going to be the Chill who come up with it. Baxter Graff backs the other way. Graff feeds that one across. Great opportunity, they score! The Chill, back-to-back goals. That's Graff to Bannister. Under 13 minutes to go in the second, 5-2, now your score. So we'll get set at center once again. The Chill showing signs of life here in the middle frame. Let's start at center once again. DaCosta in against Despins. Ball loose. Still no one with possession quite yet. Loose ball push, and it's going to be turned over to the Chill. Calgary with the momentum right now. Can they find another one to get back within 2? Sardison cycles up high, feeds that one down into the middle, and Carpenter steps out and gathers in the miss pass. Now we're going to have a penalty upcoming. So the Chill going to be headed to the box. 12:34 to go in the second. Rebels back on the power play, 0 for 2 so far, trying to convert and swing momentum back in their favor in this second period. It's been a poor start for them. Had better legs so far has been Calgary. Simonson on the outside, lets it go, he scores! What a beauty shot Low to high, what I would call the submarine shot, finds its way into the top right corner past Martin, and the Rebels convert for the first time in this game on the power play. Back underway at center. Despin's able to come up with that draw, feeds that one back. Rebels step in, have some time and space. A quick shot there and a great stop by Martin, taking that away from Micah Thiessen. Rebels gather in the rebound. Owen feeds that one across to Pook. 25 seconds on this shot clock. Brown off the bench now. Ball back to Owen. Left shooter position, feeds that inside. Brown's shot let go, and he steps a foot in the crease. So that play blown down. It's going to be Calgary headed back the other way once again, trailing by 4 following that Rebels power play conversion. Hudson Scrimshaw pressuring outside. Ball moved to the right now for the Chill, stepping inside, getting in all alone, and Carpenter getting the shoulder up to make the save that time on Ethan Dumoulin. Rebels back the other way now. Ball fed ahead. Simonson with it in his stick, looking for an option, feeds his man behind the net. Jolivet lets it go, he scores! Great play, Ethan Jolivet getting himself lost in behind the net, and after surrendering 2 goals in this period, the Rebels answer with 2 straight of their own. 7-2, now the lead for Fort Saskatchewan. Back underway now at center once again as the Rebels come back with 2 straight goals to reestablish their 5-goal lead. Stepping in once again, a rush here for Fort Saskatchewan. Slowing that one up, played off. Connors lets it go, that's stopped up. He gathers in the rebound. Connors, look for an option. Feeds that one across, finds Pook, who lets a low shot go, he scores! Dylan Pook, his second of the game. 8-2, now the lead, their biggest of this contest so far for Fort Saskatchewan. Draw violation called against the Chill as we get back underway. It's going to be Rebels ball in the offensive zone. With it, Micah Thiessen. He'll feed that off and go for a change. Jolivet dumps that one down to the corner for Cale Owen. Owen cycling back up high. Finds Simonson, who bobs his way past the defender. Pass does not connect, and that's going to be turned over to Calgary, but great forecheck by the Rebels. Gets it back in their possession. Another reset. Owen, 26 seconds on the shot clock. Lots of time to work with here. Simonson, great pace to this lacrosse game today. Nobody really taking time to slow things down, just pedal to the floor the whole way as the Chill get that ball back in their own zone and step into Rebels territory. Ball fed off. Bateman, he's got it now. Pressured here by Walsh. Bateman going to be able to feed that off to Sardison, who goes down low now, and it finds its way in the stick of Bannister. Bannister from the outside into the middle. He scores just like that. Bannister finds Sardison in the middle, and the Chill put another one on the board, trailing by 5 now once again. So we'll return to center here. Looks like Despin's going to be in against Bray Boisjoli. Play blown in. Ball loose out of the draw, comes in front of the Rebels bench, and it's Fort Saskatchewan with it. Cale Owen trying to find some space, and a nice move there by Owen as he feeds that one back up high. Kohut leaves that one for Pook. Pook now looking for an option as he'll slow things down. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Brown tries to create some spaces. Pook feeds that one to Connors. Connors down low for Owen. Unable to be gathered in. He gets forced behind the net, but ball funneled back up high to Dylan Pook, who lets it go. That one looked like it caught a piece of the post. Reset for the Rebels as Pook gathers in his own rebound. Ball down low. Looking around now. Jolivet, he's got it. His shot going to be blocked down in front. Takes a bounce down to the corner. Connors trying to play at it. No loose ball push whistled down there. Nonetheless, it's Calgary who pick up possession and get back across half. A big run there. Running over his man that time was Baxter Graff. And that's Vetch who goes down to the floor. Great job there by the Chill to get into the Rebel zone with force. Vetch to the corner now, pins his man up along the boards. Chill trying to gain some space. Vetch still with his man down low. 6 seconds on the shot clock. This ball out in front, and Carpenter able to gather that one in. He'll feed it out to the side. Not a lot of time and space. Pressure continues to be at a great point here. Despite the spread in the score, it's been a great contest so far. High pace, lots of action. I'm enjoying it. You should be as well. As Calix Simonson steps to the inside. A low shot that time. Not going to find a home. And ball missed at the middle, so over and back violation against the Rebels, and that means we're headed to a goalie water. So it's time for a little break here on CROW LAX TV. Again, my name's Aiden Bullsgard. We'll be right back. We are back on CROW LAX TV. It's Chill ball to start off the resumption of play. Up high with it now, Cash Bannister puts that one back up to the point. Bannister return feed now from the outside, lets one go. Carpenter able to make the stop. Despins dodges that hit that time and gets across half himself, pushing the pace of play here. Despins up high, quick shot on net, and that one stopped by Martin. It's going to be a rush back the other way for the Chill. A clean break. Here comes Kenny in all alone. Kenny gets stopped by Carpenter. Loose ball in the Rebel zone, recovered by Fort Saskatchewan, and they'll step across half here once again. Davin Bajima feeds that to the left wing half boards now. Joel Vett coming off the bench to provide some assistance. Connors feeds that across to Dylan Pook. Dylan Pook with a brother named Connor. I wonder if that ends up getting confusing. Joel Vett lets it go. That one between the legs, they score! Making the initial stop was Martin, but it squeezes its way through. A goal for Jolivet and a 6-goal lead for the Rebels. So 9-3 your scores. We're back in center here once again. Despins trying to dig it out for the Rebels. It's still loose, and that's going to be the loose ball push against Fort Saskatchewan, rightfully so. Calgary ball. Ball fed across now. Brett Kohut, he's got it, finds the target that time in Cash Bannister. The shot towards the net, they score. Bannister just threw it that direction, and it sneaks past Carpenter. And the Chill find an answer. 9-4 now, only trailing by 5. So we'll return to center. Despin's going to take this draw once again against Brody DaCosta. A similar matchup in this game. We've seen lots of it so far. Despin's definitely getting the better of it in the face-off circle. And it looks like yet again the Rebels going to come up with another ball. Working their way across half now. Davin Bajima steps in, a nice little scoop pass to the outside. That time fed back up high. Simonson with it now, coming off the bench. Connors, joined by Dylan Pook. Still with it. Simonson along the outside. Finds Connors now. Connors down to the corner. Ball tipped out of the air, but recovered by Simonson. Now to Pook. He gathers that one in. Pook trying to get to the inside. Spins off his man. A low shot on net, stopped up by Martin. 6:40 to go in the period. Calgary ball now. Back the other way. Fed into the center. Vetch pressuring his man up along to the boards and now gets spun off. Driving towards the inside. Opportunity on net. They score. A power move to the middle, and the Chill with back-to-back goals. Now only trailing in this game by 4. Little bit of conversation going on after that goal. And the conversation continuing, but we get set back at center once again. Ball comes out. It's the Rebels who come up with it. Another great job from Despins. With it now, Thiessen. He'll feed that one down. Finds its way to Connors. Connors, a fake pass to the middle, and will go outside to Dylan Pook. Pook still along the outside. Lost his handle now. Loose in the corner. Picked up by Calgary. They're trying to feed this one out. And that will be not gathered in, I should say, is now some more pressure by the Rebels. Slippery ball today. 8-second violation charged against Calgary. It's going to be Rebels ball once again. Ball comes back out high. Jolivet with it. Puts it down to the corner. Finds Cale Owen. Owen now looking for an option. Feeds that off to the right side. Calix Simonson. Little head fakes there, and his shot going to be blocked. And picked up by Calgary. Teej Brown putting on some pressure. Trying to move it ahead. Simonson steals it away. Gets in all alone. Calix Simonson scores! The Rebels break double digits and reestablish a 5-goal lead here. Once again, that's the hat trick for Calix Simonson. And we'll be back. So the Chill definitely have come out and had a better period here in the second. But it's been the Rebels still with the answers and keeping this game spread out. Keeping in mind the lead was 5-0 for Fort Saskatchewan coming into the period. But it's been a 5-5 period in the second, so definitely a lot stronger from Calgary. But got to find a way to shut down this Rebels offense, which has been hitting on all cylinders, as Pook can actually miss that pass as I say it. And ball going to come across half. They're saying last off the Chill. No over and back violation. Picked up by Bowen Carpenter. Carpenter scanning the floor. Finds an option close to him that time in Jack Nickel. Nickel steps across half now. We'll move that one over to Matthew Vetch. Vetch slowing things down. Still 18 seconds on the shot clock. Goes over to left side for Cale Owen now. Owen cycling up high. Gets a lane. Lets it go. And that one ends up wide of the net. Pook trying to chase it down. And he'll knock that one to keep it on the correct half of the floor. Teej Brown gathers in the rebound. 3 seconds left. Throws it towards the net. Martin will gather that one in. And now looking up the floor. Martin feeds that one to Boisjoli. Boisjoli pass that across. It's the Chill back into the Rebels zone once again, trying to get back within 4 as we approach 4 minutes to go in the period. That one fed low. Gathered in now. Still moving it around are the Chill. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Step in, great save by Carpenter. Ball ends up behind the net now. The Rebels looking for a way out. Rylan Walsh moves that one ahead to Reese Walsh. Little brother connection that time and pushed across half to Ashton Johnson. Johnson up at the point now, waiting for his offense to get on the floor. Will feed that one backwards to Calix Simonson. 3.5 to go now in the period. Simonson with it in his stick. Rebels trying to match their largest lead of this game, which was 6 goals at one point of this second period. The Chill trying to keep themselves in it. Connors from the outside there, that shot, and the rebound comes out. Still loose now, being battled for. Calgary going to be unable to come up with it. The Rebels have it now in front of their own bench. Loose once again. Trying to get a hold on it is somebody right now, and Vetch gets it. We do have a penalty upcoming. It looks like it's going to be assessed to Fort Saskatchewan. Slashing is going to be the call. See who they're sending. And it looks like it's going to be Matthew Vetch making the slow walk to the penalty box. And the Chill going to have an opportunity on the power play, trailing by 5 as the time continues to wind down here in the third period. And we're back underway. That was a missed mute on my part, not Tristan Shaw. I know you guys want to jump on him, tell him he's doing a bad job, but I'll stick up for him this time. He's doing a great job today. As a quick opportunity goes wide of the net. Carpenter recovers that one. A little bounce pass ahead. Johnston trying to gather it in. He has it now and goes up along the right side of the floor and finds Walsh. Walsh beats his man. 2 shorthanded goals so far in this game for the Rebels. Hasn't shown well for the Chill power play. Is that stretch pass not going to be able to connect? But now gathered in that time by Luke Kenny. Kenny already stumped on one breakaway by Bowen Carpenter. Didn't get his second opportunity that time around as this ball fed back up high to Cash Bannister. Bannister over to the right shooter. Back up high. Bannister's got it once again. Staying along the outside here are the Chill. Up high. Quick shot stopped by Carpenter. 2:09 to go in the second. 1:02 in the Rebels power play. Carpenter going to stretch that one over half, and stepping across half is Jack Nickel. Nickel looking for an option. Goes high. Dylan Pooks has it now. Pook. 48 seconds to go on this penalty kill. 14 on the shot clock for the Rebels before they'll either need to reset or turn it over. Pook feeds that one across the floor. This one down low. In low all alone. A quick shot that time from Connors. Rebels do get the reset of the clock. Ball still loose down in the corner. It's going to be Calgary who grabs possession and starts moving across half. Baxter Graff. He steps across. We'll be able to feed that one off now. 1:21 to go in the period. 13 seconds in this Chill power play. Ball back up to the point. Bannister gets a return feed. Steps inside and a quick opportunity, and Carpenter stretches across, but the ball doesn't get to him that time. Hudson Scrimshaw playing all the best defense that he can right now. We're back 5-on-5 as Vetch steps out of the box. Opportunity for the Chill. Handle lost in the 24. Play blown dead. It's going to be Rebels ball in their own zone. Less than a minute to go in this period. Fed across. Matthew Vetch now with it in his stick. Plays that ahead to Simonson. Simonson looking for an option. Goes back up high. That pass just not going to be able to get into the stick of Pook, who swipes that back, but it's last off the Chill. So no over and back violation as the Rebels going to be able to recover in their own zone. Fed out quickly to Dylan Pook. He's got to utilize a pass to stretch the floor here. Finds Simonson. Simonson from the outside there, and that's last off the Chill and out of play. So the Rebels will get the ball in the Calgary zone. Up high with it. Carnes with the lane. Lets that whistle, that ball fly, and it's actually a timeout for the Rebels with 24 seconds on the clock. So likely you're going to see the goaltender pull here for Fort Saskatchewan. We're back underway here, 22 seconds on the clock. The Rebels actually going to operate 5-on-5 here as Carpenter going to head back to his net after the resumption of play. A little bit of an odd one there from Fort Saskatchewan, a little bit of trickery possibly as Cale Owen feeds that across to Pook. It's going to get knocked out of the air, recovered by Calgary. Simonson stole that away once again. Pook trying to get a handle on it here in time. Going to run out, so not effective last 30 seconds of the period, but nonetheless, the Rebels will head into the third period with the same lead of 5 that they carried into the second. Again, my name's Aiden Bullsgard, and you're tuned in live on CROW LAX TV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Hello and welcome back live on CROW LAX TV. We're getting set for the third and possible final period between the home side, Fort Saskatchewan Rebels, and the visiting Calgary Chill. It's the Rebels that lead this game 10-5 over the Chill. They had a 5-goal lead. It headed into the second and now have a 5-goal lead headed into the third now. See if Fort Saskatchewan can keep it up. It was a better period for the Chill in the last one. That period finished tied 5-5 after a 5-0 lead to open up the first for Fort Saskatchewan. We'll see who can come out on top in this third period. Quick shot on net there, stopped up by Martin. Loose ball in the Chill zone. That one going to get swiped to the outside. Connors trying to track this one down for Fort Saskatchewan. Ball gets across half. Vetch trying to keep that one inside. Does so well. Ball comes loose, and Vetch able to gather that one in. Great job by the Rebels as Vetch has it down in the corner, loses his handle, and it's going to be Chill ball now. Possession back and forth to start off this third period. We're already a minute 10 in. And not really a solid possession for anybody yet, but it looks like the Chill going to break that streak. Let's move to the inside there, and a crease violation against Calgary. The Rebels ball headed back the other way. Short pass moving that one ahead. Ashton Johnson has it now. Johnston to Owen as Calix Simonson off the bench now for the Rebels, followed by Joe Levette. Pook going to receive the pass that time now. Dylan Pook looking for an option, cuts the inside, has some space, goes low that time and stopped up by Martin. 18:20 to go now in the third. Ball moved across half. Fed away now. Chill trying to go to work here. Just need to get one possibly to open up the floodgates here in the third. It's back to the right shooter now. Chill moving it around, back up high. Another quick shot and a great save by Carpenter. Rebound in front and another one from Bowen Carpenter. Keeping his team up by 5 as the Rebels get back into the offensive zone here once again. 17:45 to go in the third period. Rylan Connors, he's got it now high along the left side of the zone. The Rebels moving broadcast left to right in this period, if you haven't already figured that one out, as Teach Brown getting some pressure now, spins off his man, goes back up high for Connors, who goes to the left side now. Joe Levette feeds that back over to Simonson, who lets that one rip from the outside. Rebound comes out, gathered in by the Chill. They'll head back the other way. Cross half now. Ball back into the zone. A nice pass inside, but just a little too ahead of himself that time was Jacob Shukat. Didn't gather in the ball before he went for the shot. And that results in a turnover to the Rebels, and they'll be headed back the other way. They're in the offensive zone now. Connors up high. Feeds that one off. The pass that time from Despin's unable to connect, but he gathers in his own rebound, and with 8 seconds on the shot clock, heads deeper into the zone. A nice pass to the middle. Connors lets it go, and it ends up just wide. And out of play, it's going to be Chill ball. Baxter Graff, he's got it now. Just a little scoop pass to make that one get into the stick of Orion Sardison. Sardison to the left side now. Spinning inside, a quick opportunity, they score! Nice job by the Chill. Another power move to the inside, and they only trail by 4. Tight to the crease that time, but the referee says good. Little bit of argument from the Rebels, but not too much. They still have a big lead here, but we'll see. Brody DaCosta in against Simonson in the draw circle. Simonson able to win that draw, finds his way into the stick of Cale Owen. Rebels offense coming back out onto the floor now. Connors with it in his pocket. Connors feeds that one to the right side. Dylan Pook from the outside, he scores! A snipe and a hat trick for Dylan Pook, his 3rd goal of the game. Rebels answer back right away, reestablishing that 5-goal lead. And we're back underway now from the face-off dot here as Face-off violation there by the Rebels, so that makes it Calgary ball as they have it up top here now once again. Ball fed down to the left side and back up high. Sardison put that over to the right side there for Bannister. Bannister into the middle there, and that shot going to get on, and rebound recovered by Calgary, but a good save by Carpenter. With it once again, Sardison feeds that one low, pass broken up. Sardison going to chase down the rebound. He has it now and dodges that hit. Sardison steps in, lets it go, and that one going to go a mile wide. Gathered in by the Chill once again. Another shot, and Carpenter going to make the save. Rebound comes out, gathered in by Calgary. Hemming in the Rebels right now are the Chill. Going to work, trying to get back in this one here once again. Ball passed ahead. Rebels finally out of their zone. Nice job here. Johnston feeds that one off to Connors. Connors spins low off his man. Looking for some time and space. Bounce pass across, finds Simonson. Simonson down low to Pook. He is the last goal scorer for the Rebels. Another shot from the outside, and that one stopped and finds its way out of play. 14:47 to go in the third. Still Rebels ball. Calix Simonson cycling up high now. Will feed that one to Connors. Connors at the left shooter spot. Looking for an option now. Trying to duck low. Has to go back high. Ducks low once again. Finds a seam through the middle and getting absolutely assaulted there in the 24. And his pass now going to go off a Chill member and down the floor. Jolivet racing for it. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Still loose in the Rebels zone. And it's going to be turned over to Calgary as they'll get possession in Fort Saskatchewan territory. With it now, DaCosta. He's got it. Cycles up high, DaCosta. Feeds that to the right side and back across. Chill going to work, trailing by 5. They need to get some offense sooner than later, as they do there. That's a goal. Ethan Dumoulin sneaks one over the left shoulder of Carpenter. Back within 4 are the Calgary Chill here once again, refusing to go away in this game. Lots of resiliency here from this Calgary squad. Draw upcoming. Despins in against DaCosta. Ball comes out loose, recovered by the Rebels. Cale Owen, he's got it now. Owen being pressured by 2 men, going to duck low and has a little bit of space to funnel that one back up high to Jolivet. Ethan Jolivet now up at the point, goes to the right side for Pook. He's got 3 today. Dylan Pook across for Owen. Owen to Pook. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pook tried to return that to Jolivet. Ball loose right now, still loose in the zone. Jolivet's got to shoot it from the outside. He does, and that's off a member of the Chill down into the corner. Turnover to them as they look to head up the floor once again, possibly looking for back-to-back goals here. Sardison to the right wing half boards. Cycled up high now. Sardison going to get the return feed. Has a lane. Lets that shot go, and Carpenter makes the save. Rebound gathered in by Calgary. Pass up high. Back to the left shooter. That shot ends up wide out of the stick of Shukat and out of play. So now Rebels ball in the offensive zone. Connors with it. Fort Saskatchewan looking for an answer to reestablish that 5-goal cushion. Connors feeds that one across to Pook. Pook steps inside now, lets that one go, he scores! 4th goal of the game for Dylan Pook, and the Rebels up by 5 once again. And we are back on CROW LAX TV. Cale Owen recovers that ball out of the draw and able to bounce that one across swiftly, that time to Micah Thiessen. Thiessen will send out a bounce pass of his own, finds Connors. Connors with it now, drops that one low to Cale Owen. Owen cycling back up high, finds Pook. Just scored his 4th goal of this contest. Let's go, another one there from the outside. Feeling confident is Dylan Pook as the Chill trying to go for a rush now. Trailing by 5 here once again. Holding this one up high now, Luke Kenny, he's got it. Kenny feeds that one back to the point now. Chill going to work as this one fed down low to Brett Kohut. Kohut cycling to the left shooter position now. Stuck to the outside right now are the Chill with 8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Another opportunity here. The Rebels defense tying up their man. Ball comes loose. Fort Saskatchewan with it as they head out of the zone. Jack Nickel will step across half. Nickel into the center for Connors. Finds Simonson in alone, and that's a great stop from Martin. Ball out of play off Martin, so that's going to be Rebels ball with a fresh 30. Brown feeds that one across. Knocked down to the ground. Jolivet picks up the rebound. Connors up at the point now. Let's another one go, and Martin makes the save once again. 11:20 to go in the period. Shots 48-32 in favor of the Rebels. Carpenter having himself a good afternoon here, keeping his team in it. Him definitely being the difference of this 5-goal lead right now for the Rebels. Has made the big saves when he's had to allowing his team to create such a cushion as this ball fed quickly down to the corner. Gathered in late, and a low shot there on Carpenter. Comes out loose. Loose than 24 again, and a penalty upcoming to the Rebels. Tripping going to be the call. So the Rebels make this trot to the penalty box. Chill power play upcoming. Chill with the ball up top here once again to start this power play. Have allowed 2 shorthanded goals today, but looking for a conversion here to get themselves back within 4. Shot from the outside there. Shoulder save by Carpenter. Stretch pass this time, comes down into the air. It's going to be a race for it in the corner. Walsh trying to be on top of it first for the Rebels, and he does. Walsh had a man in the middle. Vetch still looking for an opportunity and just couldn't quite gather that one in fast enough. Has to back up. Matthew Vetch, 10:20 to go in the 3rd period. Vetch holding it up, 15 seconds on the shot clock as he's just trying to kill some time off this penalty for his squad. Vetch gonna run this one down low though. Now beats his man, gets in behind the Chill net. Gonna get pinned up along the boards. Vetch still with it now, steps out in front, tried a sharp angle shot, but that misses the net. And play going to be blown dead for goalie Water. 9:59 to go in the 3rd, 12-7 the lead for the Rebels. We'll be right back. Okay, Plain blow back in here. Chill power play resumes. 1 minute to work with as it's their ball. Trailing by 5. Shot from the outside there, and Carpenter able to make the stop. Rebels stretching the floor here, shorthanded. This ball going to get thrown all the way down to the corner. Walsh going to go for a race for it once again. That one gets past him, and it's the Chill who have it now. Vetch lays down a hit. Calgary still able to move cleanly out of the zone. Now have numbers headed into the offensive zone. Behind the back pass, back across once again. A quick shot, and it just misses the net. Carpenter flying across. I don't believe got a piece of it. Just a misplay there, but another one from the top, and a great save, Bowen Carpenter. Oh my, sliding across, and he loves that one. He's celebrating from the net. That was absolutely huge for the Rebels that time, and I'm sure you'll see it on the Instagram later at CROW LAX TV on both Instagram and Twitter. Oh my, That's 2 big highlight reel clips coming out of Bowen Carpenter himself in this game as the power play expires for the Chill. Simonson just happy to chuck that one in. Chill gonna cross half here once again. Just like that, Tristan Shaw, I can see in the group chat, already has the timestamp set out. Right on top of it, as always, is Mr. Shaw as we get across half. Rebels throw that one down to the corner now. Matthew Vetch picks that one up. Getting some pressure here, goes back up high. That one snagged out of the air, and the Rebels ready to get to work in the offensive zone. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Connors passes that one across to Pook. Pook's return feed attempt gets knocked out of the air, and Calgary trying to head back the other way. Count still going here. An 8-second violation going to be charged against Calgary. Turned back over to the Rebels. Connors. He's got it now. Steps in. Feeds that across to Dylan Pook. Pook looking for an option. Returns that one back to Connors. Stepping in now. Quick shot there and a stop by Martin. Less than 8 minutes to go here in the third. Rebels still leading by 5. Step across half now. Chill back in the zone. Cash Bannister beats that over to the right side. Ball comes back up high now. Right to the left. Chill. Good ball movement and a low shot that time from DaCosta. Ends up wide. Rebels headed back the other way. Walsh trying to beat his man. Does get the pass. Walsh steps in and a great save by Martin. Chill recover in their own zone. Fresh 30 on the clock. 7:14 to go in the period. Chill getting close to needing a goal a minute here to tie this contest. Ball fed to the right side. Up to the left shooter now. Jacob Shukat feeds that one back up to the center for Dumoulin. Dumoulin down to the corner. Ball comes out loose. Calgary recovers. 5 seconds on the shot clock and a scoop pass between the feet. And oh my, what a goal that time. That was some trickery, and Tristan, I'll replay that back for you from what I saw myself. It was a nice play where caught up between 2 defenders was the Chill offenseman there, and knowing he didn't have a lane to go either left or right, he chose to just turn around and scoop shoot it between his legs, no look, tricking Bowen Carpenter, possibly the only way to beat him today without shooting right on, and that is some trickery is what I would call it, and that results in a Chill goal. Down by 4, 6:49 to go on the clock. Let's see if they can make this one interesting. Face-off violation charged to Calgary, so it's going to be Rebels ball as we resume here. With it now, Calix Simonson. Simonson will feed that to the right side for Pook. Pook going to go all the way over to the left now and finds Jolivet. Ethan Jolivet. A little no-look scoop pass back out high, and that's going to be brought in by Calgary as they're going for a run now. Pushing the pace. Here come the Chill. Luke Kenny with it. Kenny forced to turn back as he's met by the Rebels defenders. 6:20 to go in the period. Back up high. Once again, now down to the left corner. Going to work is Bateman. Bateman to the point. Fed down to the right shooter once again. Moving it around, the Chill stuck to the outside. Rebels doing a great job right now. In all alone, in front, and Carpenter makes the save. Like I said, Carpenter making the saves when he has to, not allowing the Chill momentum really to get running at any point in this game. But still lots of time on the clock, and the Chill only down by 4 as Connors has it way up high in the zone now for the Rebels. Connors looking for an option, goes into the middle for Jolivet. Jolivet trying to get this ball a little lower and give the Rebels an opportunity to attack. Jolivet using his feet, gets to the point, lets that one go, and Martin makes the save. Calgary ball. Fed outside now. Brett Holt looking up the floor, goes to the right side and met right away that time is Dane O'Connell. Empty net now for Calgary. 6-on-5 opportunity, lots of time on the clock. Ball up high. Dumoulin, he's got it, goes to the right side now for Sardison. Sardison sends that to the left side. Pass in the middle and a behind-the-back shot just barely misses wide. Turned back over to Fort Saskatchewan. Returning between the pipes is Martin now. Rebels ball, less than 5 minutes to go in the third. Pook receives that pass along the right side, still very up high in the zone. Feed to the middle, finds Simonson, a quick shot and a great save by Martin. Chill recover. Get across half. They're back in it now. Bateman. 6-on-5 once again as Martin hits the bench. Ball to the corner now. Shot there, blocked out of the air. Rebound comes out. Almost gathered in by Calgary. That one out of play. They're going to say Rebels ball. Back to his net is Martin. 4:10 to go on the clock. Chill still trailing by 4. Rebels have it up high. It's Connors with it now. Connors. Up high to Pook. Pook. Not a lot of space. Rebels okay just with killing time here, but Pook wants to get to the inside, and he sends that short side wide. Another opportunity for Pook. A quick swipe at it. And that one stopped by Martin. Chill back across half here once again. Simon Forgerin. Forgerin gets that one up high now for Bannister. Bannister feeds that off. Chill getting set back up. 10 seconds to go. 6-on-5 with this shot clock again. The left shooter. Back across. Some time and space and a shot stopped by Carpenter. Rebels gather it back in again. Back between the pipes is Martin. Doing a good job right now, the Chill, of weighing the options, making sure their goaltender's back in time when the Rebels regain possession. 3 minutes to go now in the period. Up high, Connors sends that towards the net. Stopped by Martin. Chill looking to head back the other way again. Under 3 minutes to go now in the third. Ball up high. Passed off now. Moved across. 6-on-5. 12 seconds on this shot clock for Calgary. From the outside. Got to get something towards the net here. Create a little bit of havoc. As a shot towards the net, they score. 2:22 to go in the third, and the Chill pull within 3 with an empty net. Things just got interesting. Tristan Shaw, the homer himself, getting a little worried for his Rebels here. Turning between the pipes again is Martin. Will get set at center. Despins in against Acosta. Should be big for the Chill to come up with this ball out of the draw. Still loose. Still loose along the boards. Rebels okay to play this game as well. And it's going to be Calgary who come up with it. 12 seconds on the shot clock, but now they get the reset. 6-on-5 go the Chill. 2 minutes to go in this game now. Ball fed back out high. Dumoulin. He's got it. Rest of his offense on the floor now. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Fed back out high. Now down to the left side. Bateman across. Quick shot. Carpenter able to make the save. Rebound gathered in by Sardison. Up high. Quick shot on net. Carpenter able to make the save. Another reset. Gathered in by Calgary. 1.5 to go in the third now. Sardison. Fed that down to the right side. Switched off. Chill still with it. Shot from the outside. Carpenter makes a save. Rebound comes out. Unable to be gathered in. Calgary come up with it. Up high once again. 1:13 to go in the period. Shot towards the net. Vetch comes up with it. Matthew Vetch now trying to race his way down the floor. Does get into the offensive zone. Feeds that one off to Pook. 20 seconds on the Rebel shot clock. Is a nice feed to the middle. Quick shot. They score. Connors gets the pass from Pook. And what has been a great offensive night for the Rebels. Pook, one of the highlights of that power for them. So after surrendering 1 goal with the Chill net empty, the Rebels answer back with one of their own. Pook to Connors has them back up by 4 with under 50 seconds to go now in the period. Ball comes back up high now. Cale Owen with it. The Rebels happy to just stick to the outside. Calix Simonson, he'll hold on to it until he gets pressured. Approaching 30 seconds to go in this game. Still 6 seconds to go on the Rebels shot clock. Is that just going to be rainbowed down? Pook trying to gather that in. Won't do it. A low shot stopped up by Martin. Chill headed back the other way. It's just a matter of time now. It's 20 seconds left on the clock. Fed to the left side. 10 seconds now. Back across once again. Chill moving it, trying to get one little positive aspect to walk away with from this game. And that will be it. The Fort Saskatchewan Rebels take the win at home on this fine Sunday afternoon, 13-9 over the Calgary Chill. And before the music starts here, my name's Aiden Boltgard. You were tuned in live on CROW LAX TV, and we will be back in about half an hour or so with some Senior B action between the Rebels and the Beaumont Outlaws, a rematch from last night, which saw those teams finish in a 9-9 tie, as Tristan Shaw would call it, 9-9. So that's going to be exciting. Make sure to tune in for that one. Again, we'll be back shortly, and let's send you off with some handshakes. My name's Aiden Bolsgard, and you've been tuned in live on CROW LAX TV.